So let's directly jump into it. Power Pages is now this new app which has reached general availability in October of this year. I think it was in public preview for the better first half of the year, something like June or so, or maybe even earlier. And now it's reached general availability. So it's available for you as we speak right now. It looks like a new product. It is. It's kind of a relaunch of Power Apps Portals with a massive improvement in feature set. And we are going to have a first look at this today in this couple of minutes that we have. So maybe you get an appetite for the solution that is out there, which is called Power Pages. The first thing is really the maker experience. Microsoft heavily invested into it to even more consolidate all the admin centers that you need and all the configuration experience that you might have to successfully implement your portals implementation right here. The four areas that have been pronounced is the pages area, so the maker experience for pages, for styling, data, and setup. And if you like, I'd like to invite you to quickly, we can have a look at what's going on right there. So I'm just going to switch over to another screen. And with a bit of luck, you should see my browser now for the time being. So this is the brand new maker experience. If you want to make use and maybe try out Power Pages, simply use this web address, make.powerpages.microsoft.com. It will prompt you with 3 small questions, and then you are good to go to basically test it out. You can connect your Power Pages, your Power Page to any environment that you like, that you have access to. So I think this is nothing new, but what really is new is the look and feel. Of course, you can see it's very well organized now. You can see all of your pages within your environment, and you already have some actions right here. If you want to access this maker experience, simply go to the edit button, and we will now show you all of the maker experience I've showed you previously on the slide. So it's just building up everything that you need. You can very nice see, okay, you've got this, you are in this Power Pages solution right here, which is demo 1, and now you have these 4 menus that I showed you earlier, which is pages. You might be some kind of familiar with this because some of those features already have been rolled out in the Power Apps Portals maker experience for some months now. But now it's a brand new relaunch, and now everything is into place, and you're even you can even now change your Power Apps Portals implementation with the use of this new maker experience. So on the left-hand side under Pages, you have your outline of pages, and you can quite easily just add a page. Let's say you can even browse in a preview mode here. So let's say if we want to add a new page under the Pages submenu, simply go to here and say add a new subpage. We call it Hello World, whatever. You even have new layouts, which I cannot cover in this session right now, but let's just choose one. And as you can see, the page is now added in this editor mode, Hello World, nice and easy. It is by far the easiest experience with a Power Apps or Power Pages, Power Apps Portals solution we have come across with. So that's very good for us portals makers. We also have a styling tab where we can now easily customize the look and feel without diving deep into the Bootstrap theme or any CSS classes you might see. It's very easy. You have so much new nice color palettes by default as templates that you can use, and even there you can go and choose the colors and just tweak them as desired for all the things that you need. You might come across that you want to change the button color, then simply do it, and you can sync it back, and then you're done. The third thing is the data tab. I'm going to discard these changes for now. The data tab really now brings in more maker experience that you currently have, because you cannot only see the data within your entities or your tables, but you can also edit the data model right from here, like the views or the table itself. Yeah, add a new column, for instance, or change a form. So that's very nice. You of course have all the available tables of your environment at hand. So let's say we want to look at the account maybe. Where is it? There it is. And it's going to fetch all the data for you right now. You can see you have all the data in here. Very nice, very well organized. So you don't even need to switch the Maker experience to make changes to your data model or the schema. And last but not least, we have a setup page where we have numerous options to administer our portal solutions up to scale in a professional manner. Like changing the identity providers so people can use different methods of authentication, table permissions, site visibility, so much stuff. One thing I like to point out, it's very easy now to preview your site right from here, from the Maker experience. You have two options to either go to the desktop version or the mobile version. It's very easy. And once it's loaded, you will see that now we have a private visibility mode. So actually now we have a switch to say we want to publish a portal to the internet or not, which is a very, very big improvement, I feel, because if you're in a development process and you might want to give the testers access to your implementations, it's very easy. It can be done within your Office users, and you can preview the site without being exposed to the whole internet. Very nice. Great. Moving on and going back to the presentation real quick for you. There you go. We do have new templates available. That's very nice. We used to have some templates as customer service, community portal, partner portal, I believe, and those have been around for, I don't know, 5 years or so. We now have the possibility to choose from new templates, and let's cross fingers that this repository grows and grows over the next couple of months and years, so we can even further choose from other templates. I'm going to show you real quick because there's a nice hidden feature inside of there that I want to show you. So if we go to home and you want to create a new site, or actually we can do it other way around. We can go to the templates right here, and this will give you this repository, this collection of prefabricated templates from Microsoft for you. And if you click one, you can preview this now. How cool is that? So it gives you the most richest feature sets of this template. You can click through this and have a first glimpse of what it looks like, and even on the mobile version. That's super cool. I really, really like this. It also gives you the feature sets named out in a nice overview per template. Very nice. All right, moving on. I'm sorry to switch around, but that's the only possibility I have right here. That's quick and easy, no worries. Okay, we do have a learning hub. So you might be aware of learn.microsoft.com, but now this is in a centralized place. So within the Maker experience, you do have this learn menu option that I showed you earlier. And from here, you have a huge collection organized as a knowledge database, I would say, which ultimately direct you to these learn.microsoft.com resources, but it's very well organized, it's well structured. So like if you want to start, you have these first tiles, and then maybe you want to even go into development, like using the web API or create your own page templates, then you will find all the learning resources right here to get you started. We have a huge improvement right now. We have a Pro Dev tooling, it's called. So we have a native integrated Visual Studio Code web interface from within the Maker experience. Before that, you had to run your Visual Studio Code instance locally and connect it via the Power Apps command line integration extension. And now this is even more simplified for you because, and I'm now sharing the Maker experience again. So if you go to any page, you will find a new option. Like, let's say we are on the home, and we want to change this video section right here. We can just click the three dots right here and say edit code. And then it says open Visual Studio Code. It's now opening a new browser tab for you. And there you go. It's now fetching our files, so everything that's behind. And now we have the control that that used to be in the old portal management maker experience within the portal management power app, model driven app. I'm saying you can now access all those building blocks like the custom CSS, JS, or even the copy HTML portion of your page and directly change the code as you desire. Very cool. It can't be easier than this, I think. Still, of course, you have all the options to have it run locally, but here you can make use of Visual Studio Code from within your browser, which is even nicer and even more convenient, I feel. Great. Moving on, I have two more slides for you today. So let's see. Microsoft heavily invested in terms of security and governance for all its customers and new customers. We do have now the native support of an Azure Application Firewall, which makes it even more easy to simply activate and configure it right from within the maker experience of a Power Page solution. We do have a go live checklist. I'm going to show it to you real quick, first glimpse. Content delivery network support is something that has been around for quite some time now. It's basically the option that you want to transfer all your files within the Azure Data Center landscape to bring it locally a bit more nearer to you. Yeah, of course, you're giving away the data a bit, right? Because it's distributed over all the data centers. But if you are running a Power Pages implementation at scale globally, you can greatly improve the performance right here because it gives you the possibility to be locally nearer to your customer. And the last point I'm listing out here, I already showed you, you have a preview access to the site before you go live. So I'm going to quickly show you this go live checklist, how it's organized. I think it's very, very nice feature. Something I would have liked to see years ago, actually. So it is in your maker experience in the setup tab. You do have this go live checklist right here. And this is really a condensed list of all the knowledge that Microsoft and their implementers have collected over the years. For instance, you can run the site checker to see if there are any issues. Have you thought of licensing, which I'm going to cover in a second? You need to convert your site from trial to production. Do you want to enable this content delivery network to greatly improve your performance? Then this application, Azure Web Application Firewall I've been talking about. And last but not least, let's give it a custom domain. So it's not in the domain space of Microsoft any longer, and it's in your domain space really just to complement your website and your domain. Great. Last but not least, let's talk about licensing, because this is by far the biggest change that we have seen with the announcement of Power Pages. I'm going to present this real quick. We still have this separation between an authenticated and anonymous user. You might be familiar with this. So an authenticated user is the one who has a login, who can log in and out as they want, and then therefore this user is known to the portal. Whereas you have the anonymous user who does not need to be logged in, but can browse some spaces of your website as you have configured. For the authenticated users, for quite some years now, I think it has been 1 or 2 years maybe, you had to buy login capacity upfront, so in advance to the actual consumption. So it was like you had to look into your glass bowl at the beginning of the month and anticipate, okay, I'm going to have 200 200 active users, logged in users for this month, yeah, for a 24-hour period. You might be familiar, and yeah, that was basically the approach. And now we finally have pay-as-you-go. So you can now utilize your Azure subscription to pay for the actual usage. Of course, it's up to you to calculate which is the better option. But at the end of the day, you now have the flexibility to say, I don't want to buy capacity in advance. I'm going to simply be invoiced on the actual usage that has happened over the month. So hooray, Microsoft, for finally listening to the community and to its customers, because this was a big disadvantage, I think. You can check the pricing yourself. Just simply Google the PowerPage pricing, and then you will see that it's a different pricing method right here. So that's a very first and a very fast glimpse of Power Pages. You can see it's a great improvement of the feature set of Power Apps portals. Go check it out. If you like, ping us, reach out to us if you're more interested and want to learn more about it, maybe even have an idea for your business to leverage Power Pages. We're here for you to get you started and be your partner for this implementation.